Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Forward Momentum. Oh, when we last left off, things were not so great between Secretary and Natsuki, but things were getting a little better between him and Yuri. So let's see how they turn out, huh? Standing up to stretch, I let an exhausted yawn escape from my lips. My left eye is still swelled, but thanks to Yuri's water bottle, most of the pain I felt has been subdued. I looked towards my computer's clock display and realized how late it's gotten. I should probably eat something. Oof, my stomach definitely agrees. As I step down my stairs, I begin to make out various metallic noises, seemingly coming from my kitchen. Metallic means... Oh, it's got two I's but it needs two L's. Oh no. At first, I'm not sure what to make of them, but the click of my oven's dials sends a wave of horrified nostalgia down my spine. She can't seriously be. I jump down the remaining sets of stairs, ignore the crack from my leg, and burst into the kitchen. Sayori!
Oh, hey! Are you hungry? I was just...
What the hell do you think you're doing? Sayori tilts her head into confusion as she haphazardly turns the pointed edge of a knife towards me. You don't need a hyphen there. That just doesn't make sense.
I'm making you something to eat, obviously. I said I'd take care of you as long as your eye is all yuck.
And I told you I didn't need your help. It's a black eye, not a broken limb. Again, don't even hyphen. I march over to her and carefully remove the knife from her hand. Plus, you know you're not allowed in the kitchen.
What?
Following the club's meeting, Sayori decided that she'd act as my caretaker for the week. I, of course, slammed the door shut on her, but she managed to sneak in through the windows since I had forgotten to lock them back when I was window hopping. It's too much a hassle at this point to throw her out, but I'm adamant about not letting her cook for me. Don't wah me. You know what happens when you try to cook.
It's been years since you've seen my cooking. Do you think I haven't improved at all? I'll have you know that I can make an edible omelet.
Truly an accomplishment. But you don't need a knife to make an omelet, so please. I start to pull her out of my kitchen. Get out. If you're going to be a pain and stick around, the least you can do is avoid burning my house down.
Well, but I can do this. I promise this time no one will get burned.
Fine, but answer me this. How edible is the omelet?
Well, you won't die if you eat it.
Out. She relents at last, and I tug her away from the oven. I'll just make something later, alright? Sayori is not satisfied by my consolation, but I just sigh and shake my head. I can't leave you out of my sight for a second. It feels more like I'm the babysitter.
I'm not a kid. Besides, I'm the one who is supposed to be taking care of you.
I think you need to be able to take care of yourself before you take care of other people. And you're being way too pushy over a black eye.
Well, isn't it nice to hang out like this? We haven't had a sleepover in forever.
You just said you weren't a child. We're way past the age of being able to have sleepovers.
Friends can hang out with each other all they want, and it's not like anyone's going to find out.
I can't tell if you're failing at being flirtatious or are just stupid. I look around the living room, trying to find something to occupy Sayori. Never anything good on TV, so...
You're already sounding like an old man.
That's because I am, Sayori. I'm basically 2 years away from death's knock.
Oh, that's why your eye always looks so dead. Or eyes always look so dead.
Ow.
Don't worry, sir. Your nurse will make sure your final years on this earth are pain-free. First, let's get you some dinner.
You'll shorten those 2 years into 2 minutes with those monstrosities you call meals.
Dang it!
If there's nothing down here, I guess I can monitor her myself in my room. Alright, youngin', follow me. As we reach my room, Sayori immediately takes a seat on my bed, a spot she seems really fond of. I walk over to my closet and push aside my various articles of clothing to find my manga collection. I've never really bought physical manga. The internet's got most of what I want for free, but I do have enough to keep Sayori distracted. Hopefully. Yo, over here. Sayori joins me near the closet and takes a look over my collection.
Whoa! What am I looking at?
It's my manga collection. Look for something to read. It'll keep you out of the kitchen.
Oh,
Yet another pout from her, but she reluctantly makes her way through the various books, taking a glance at their covers before tossing them to the side. Hey, careful. A few of these are hard to find nowadays.
oh, sorry. What's this one?
After going through most of the pile, she's made her way to a particularly decorated book cover. It's primarily pink, accented with various other shades of pink, making it extremely obvious who the intended demographic is.
This book's really cute. I didn't know you had something like this.
I didn't either. Taking it in my hands, it slowly starts to look familiar, and a flood of memories rushes back to me. Oh, this is one of Kamiko's books.
Oh,
Her mood immediately drops.
that explains why it's so cute.
Yeah, she was really into these kinds of stories. If I remember, the series is a half parody, half tribute to magical girl manga. I think it was one of her personal favorites. Maybe she left it here? I feel like she's too protective of her stuff to do something like that, though. Well, do you want to read it? You can even keep it if you like it enough.
Really?
Yeah, not like she's going to get it back.
Alright.
Sayori seems happy with her pick and hops back over to my bed, immediately opening up its cover and reading it. I crack a smirk at how happy she seems to be. I stand back up and seat myself in my computer chair before resuming a chapter I began last night. The two of us spend a while simply reading next to each other quietly. It's somewhat nostalgic, though I can't remember if we've ever read together like this before. Maybe I'm just enjoying her company. I guess Sayori was on to something with this sleepover. Or maybe I'm just a sappy guy. I start to feel a bit excited about having her over for the weekend. Shouldn't you go home and change out of your uniform if you're going to be here the whole weekend?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. I guess I was too caught up with your eye.
Hurry up then. I'm not going to walk back with you if you get too scared when night comes.
I'll do it in a bit.
Right. She's way too wound up over this eye thing. I know she's just being kind, but it's honestly suffocating. As my thoughts drift back to my eye, I notice the pain from earlier slowly returning.
Where are you going?
My eye's starting to bother me again. I put Yuri's bottle in the fridge earlier, so I'm going to go get it.
Okay.
I turn back towards my door and open it, only to be greeted with a deep smog of black. It comes rushing into my face, and I flail around as I try to blow it away. The scent of burning pushes its way into my nostrils. All of a sudden, I realize what the cause is and start rushing downstairs. Oh, god damn it! I run into the dark fog and hurriedly jump down my stairs, taking a sharp turn into my kitchen that almost smashes me against the wall. Sayori had noticed my flailing and was running down right behind me. She doesn't have nearly as much luck halting her speed, and ends up smacking into the wall. I quickly locate the source of the smoke, my oven, and rush over to it, twisting its dials to turn off the heat. Opening the oven itself, I'm assaulted by a potent burning smell and an even denser fog of soot that slightly burns the hair on my face. I hastily look around for a towel or something I can use to retrieve the burning food. Sayori, having recovered from her fall, rushes over to my side and hands me the pair of oven mitts. Only half slipping my hands in, I lunge at the tray inside my oven and pull out the burnt item, throwing it into my sink and quickly soaking it in cold water. With my house saved, I throw the mitts onto my table and take a deep breath, pulling out one of the chairs and taking a seat. Why the hell did... The tray somehow catches fire despite being doused in water, and I jump back up. Reaching out for the sink's hose, I direct it full blast towards the in-progress flame. I fight with all my might to quell the fire, soaking my head and torso almost entirely. I hadn't put the mitts back on, so my hands are exposed to the full brunt of heat coming from the metal tray. But it isn't enough pain to keep the adrenaline rushing through me from gripping onto it tightly. The burning sensation slowly begins to fade as my efforts gradually lessen the flame. How not to handle grease fires, everyone. Eventually, I managed to completely put out the flame, making sure to take precautions and wash the tray entirely on my own. Sayori stands a considerable distance behind me, staring at my frantic efforts in shock. When the entire tray has been sprayed clean and its original contents washed down my drain, I throw the hose, still extended, into the basin of my sink along with the ruined tray. I take a few cautious steps back, half expecting it to burst into another fire, before taking a seat. Sayori slowly walks over to me and pats me on the shoulder. Feeling her hand touch me, I place mine on top of hers. Sayori,
Yeah?
you have 3 seconds to start talking before I grab that hose over there and chase you out of my house.
Oh, well.
She hesitates, avoiding looking towards me by looking at the still smoldering oven. Didn't need either of those commas.
I wanted to surprise you with how good I was getting at cooking. So I tried to bake some cookies with the omelet because you had some of those refrigerated dough rolls.
She says each word with an extreme amount of reluctance, obviously having to force them out of her mouth.
Then when you dragged me into your bedroom, I just forgot about them.
Uh-oh. There were words there.
I'm sorry.
Sayori never got to finish her sentence. Wait, hold on a second. Did I... Her centene. Sorry. And a minute later, the neighbors watched as a hysteric boy chased his sobbing friend down the street. Oh, Sayori, will you ever learn? The two of us have found ourselves on the couch. Sayori lays flat on the smaller of the pair with a defeated expression across her face. I did warn you.
But you said that after I already put them in. That shouldn't count.
Fairness is trivial when it's my house at stake. Sayori sits up to face me.
Fine, but did you need to spray me? I had to run back home in my wet uniform. Plus, you chased me until I locked myself in my room.
I would have given you some of my clothes, but making you run home was funnier. Plus, now you've gotten your clothes for the weekend.
Jerk.
Heh. As I laugh at Sayori, my stomach reminds me of my hunger. I haven't eaten since lunch, and it's already getting sorta late. I consider heading back into the kitchen, but...
Pizza.
Excuse me?
You're hungry, so let's order pizza.
Why the hell would I listen to you when you just put my house in danger?
But because you value my friendship?
Your friendship is like a car, Sayori. It depreciates in value.
Ugh.
Besides, my kitchen's got plenty of... At this moment, I recall how empty my cabinets previously were. There's definitely not enough in there for the two of us. There's hardly ever enough for me. Plus, the thought of going in there so soon after the fire ignites some sort of fight-or-flight response in me. Heh, ignites. Sayori seems just as reluctant to step in my kitchen, too. Alright, fine. Let me see how much I've got left in my wallet.
Can we get dessert?
No. Refer back to episode 1. We can have dessert once you pay me back.
Tch.
Sayori prepares to use the nuclear option, her puppy eyes, but I quickly look away and begin to count the cash in my wallet. Really running low. If I want to make it to next month, I'll need to stop feeding Sayori's cravings. While I definitely survived eating out this weekend, I'd better go out and buy groceries too. I grab my card and toss it to Sayori, placing my wallet into my back pocket. I'm going to buy stuff. Can you order the pizza for us? I'll most likely be back before it arrives. Arrives, you mean? Yeah.
Aye, aye.
I see her off with a wave of goodbye as I step outside and begin the walk to the store. Man, now I want pizza. Damn you, Morning Star. You and your cancer rays are the bane of my existence. It doesn't take long for the spring heat to get to me, and not even 10 minutes into my walk I start to feel tired. My forehead sweats profusely, and I can feel the beginnings of a dampness under my arm. Almost as if by divine intervention, I see a park come into view and rush over to take a break. Despite its park status, it feels more like an abandoned lot. There's no equipment or amenities that would suggest it's meant for kids to play in aside from a brick building that houses dual bathrooms. I locate a bench underneath a canopy and hurry over to it. Ah, shade. With the sun no longer shining directly onto me, I slowly begin to cool off. My lack of stamina, a result of my near shut-in life, has almost never been a problem before. But when the heat picks up, I keel over after just a small walk. Despite that, I feel no real desire to fix it. Sure does make days like these hard, though. I sigh in slight frustration. As I lean backwards, I catch a glimpse of some figure in the corner of my eye coming out from the bathrooms. They briefly readjust their shirt before looking over and noticing me. Whoever they are, they start approaching me. However, the bright sun keeps me from making out who the person is until they come much closer.
Ah, assistant. I thought it was you.
Oh, it's you, Monica.
You say that like you're disappointed. Were you expecting someone else?
No, I just didn't think I'd see you at all today. After all, you weren't at club today.
I'm really sorry about that. I had to tend to some business outside of school, and didn't have enough time yesterday to plan something in advance.
Well, it's not like I was super bothered by it. We ended up hanging out a while anyways, though. But what are you doing over here?
That business I had to take care of brought me over here. What about you? You look like you've had to run a marathon.
I'm just going shopping. My house is far away from this park, you know? Please buy it.
Really? It's amazing you and Sayori can get to school each day then.
Yeah, it's a real challenge, but we're both up to it. Wait, why am I even trying to hide my lack of stamina from Monica? It's not like I particularly care about her impression of me. What's this girl doing to me?
Is that so?
Yep. I need to get away from her before I start digging myself a bigger hole. Anyways, I've taken enough of a break, so I'm head to the store. It was nice talking to you. I throw Monica a backhanded A-wave and quickly rush to leave the lot.
Hey!
God damn it, needs another M. Or maybe an N. I sigh and turn my head towards her slightly.
If you wouldn't mind, do you think I can join you for a bit?
Well, I was sort of hoping to rush through it. I say that, but even I realize how fruitless trying to fight back is. Monica doesn't seem like she'll take no in this situation, and besides, right now she's got on that smile of hers. That smile won't work on everyone. Unfortunately, it will work on me. I silently curse myself before turning back forward with another sigh. Sure, come on.
Thanks!
I drop my head in defeat, and the two of us turn down the road.